These are 10 games I'm looking forward to for 2016. First, to start off with the one that's coming out the soonest, which would be Mega Dimension Neptunia 7. Is the next game in the Hyperdimension Neptunia series, which is started out for the PS3, and then it had some remakes for the PS Vita, which are titled Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, Rebirth 2, Rebirth 3, and so on and so forth. And it even has a few spin-off games. It's a pretty comical game. A bit of fan service and whatnot, a lot of jokes. Doesn't take itself too seriously. Gameplay can be a little repetitive at times, but like I said, it's comical. And if you like games that have a sense of humor and fan service, you're definitely like this one. It is an RPG. Well, most of the games, maybe the spin-offs are a little different genres, but the main series is RPG. And that comes out in February of 2016. It got pushed back from January, so a month later or so, for whatever reason. Moving on. Uh, Next game would be Saner and Kagura Estival Versus. This game is releases in March of 2016. It's the next game in the Saner and Kagura series. It's for the PS4 and the PS Vita. It's pretty much fan service as well, and it even had another anime adaptation. It's pretty funny. Once again, gameplay is kind of repetitive, but I play it because I find some humor in it, and if a game can give me a good laugh, and hey, it's worth it in my book. Doesn't take itself too seriously. Once again, but still a game I'm definitely looking forward to. I've played two of the other games in the Saner and Kagura series, and they are both pretty funny. At times, the story, does get serious at times, and sometimes it doesn't. But it has its ups and downs, and the anime is pretty good too. So that's a plus. Next game, Mighty Number 9. This one was supposed to come out 2015, also, in September. It got pushed back. Based on what I've read, it was because of the multiplayer mode, some bugs that they had to fix. So it got pushed back to February of 2016. So it comes out pretty soon as well. Definitely looking forward to that one. It's made by the same creator of the Mega Man series. So, as soon as I heard that, I was automatically interested. And I've seen, gameplay trailer. And it plays just like the old Mega Man or Mega Man X games. So, well, Mega Man, the original series. So, yeah, why not? I mean, Mega Man is one of my favorite series of all time. So, same creator, looking forward to it. It got crowdfunded on Kickstarter and reached its goal within days. It's pretty impressive. So it seems that not only I am looking forward to it, definitely. Next game. Another favorite series of mine, Ratchet Clank. For the PS4. First game of the series for the PS4, coming out this year. Once again, it was supposed to come out last year, but got pushed back for whatever reason. It seemed to happen a lot last year. Like 5 of the games on his list all got pushed back, so it happens. This is a reboot of the series that was originally for the PS2 and PS3. So definitely just looking forward to what the PS4 will be able to bring out of the game. I'm looking for improvement in graphics, and for them to take the things that they had in the later games of the series and maybe implement them in to improve upon the first game if possible, because that was a great game. But every game has its flaws, and you gotta look back and see how you can make things better, of course. It also has a movie coinciding with it coming out same week or at least month, perhaps. I believe that has something to do with the release date of the game. I'm not sure, but yeah. Moving on. Next game. Persona 5. This game is part of the Persona series, of course, which I've only played Persona 4 Golden for the PS Vita, but I put hours and hours into it, and it's a great game. It's another RPG, turn-based. similar to Final Fantasy in that way. I guess that's, the go-to turn-based RPG that, you name, people know it, recognize it easily. But Persona is a series that's a sub-series of the Shin Megami series, which I've never played, but I heard it's quite popular. But Persona is pretty nice. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Not sure if that was one that got pushed back, but it is supposed to be released sometime this year, hopefully by summer, unless anything comes up, of course. Hoping not. And it's going to be also for PS3 and PS4 as of right now. Definitely looking forward to that. Next game, Danganronpa 3. Now, this is a series that's I found for the Vita and got hooked on quickly. Got part 1, and it was actually one of my first visual novel games I played. So the gameplay isn't really much gameplay. It's mostly reading, like visual novel. It's more like a book. You read it, and you know, the only gameplay is maybe like solving the mystery of who done it, because it evolves a lot around murdering and whatnot, and it kind of plays like a detective kind of story, which is pretty interesting. The story is, of course, the main draw, as it's a visual novel. The gameplay is minor, It's all about the atmosphere and everything like that. But it's the third game in the series. There was Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, which got released in Japan for the PSP, and then ported over to the PS Vita and released in North America and everywhere else a few years later. It also has a game that came out, a spin-off that takes place in between 1 and 2, which was another good game, even though it was a completely different genre. It was turned into a third-person shooter, or first, I forget. I played it. It was nice though. That's all I remember. Good series. Can't wait for it. It's supposed to release in Japan this year. Also, anime is supposed to be released as well. Looking forward to both. Hopefully, the game was released in North America this year as well, and they don't make us wait until the next year like they do sometimes, for whatever purpose. Next game, Bravely Second End Layer. This is the second game in the Bravely Default series. I just played the first part just recently, because I just recently got my 3DS, of course. So I spent almost 100 hours just playing the first one. Maxing out my characters and whatnot. It's an RPG with a pretty nice story. I like the plot twist and everything in it. Really, really is like mind blowing. Really, when you get through it all to the later parts of the game, and you start to learn how every character is connected and everything is just crazy. So this game is going to be a sequel to it, and continue the story. It's supposed to be released this year, in North America. That'd be April. So can't wait to get to that one. It's gonna be nice. One of my favorite games for the 3DS, I bet. Next game, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 HD Final Chapter Prologue for the PS4. It's another HD remake, just like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. So it's going to have Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, and I don't really need it, I guess, now that I have a 3DS and I can play Dream Drop Distance. But it's also going to be coming with Kingdom Hearts X back cover and Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep: A Fragmentary Passage. So all three of those games and whatnot is going to be together, so it seems like it'll be worth it. And everything's going to be in HD. I'm not sure what Kingdom Hearts X back cover and Birth by Sleep 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage is. I think they're just some more a short game or cinematics and whatnot, telling a story more about the Kingdom Hearts, story overall, which will be interesting to see. It's supposed to be released in 2016 as well. There's no exact release date though, but looking forward to it, no doubt. Hopefully it'll be the last HD remake before Kingdom Hearts 3, which is the game pretty much everyone is waiting for. Next game. This one is probably my most awaited for. It is Zero Time Dilemma, aka Zero Escape 3. It is the third in the trilogy. As you see, trilogy 3, whatever. Anyways, it's coming out for the PS Vita and 3DS, just like Zero, the second one, Zero Escape 2, which was called Virtue's Last Reward. I first played the demo of Virtue's Last Reward for PS Vita, and after a few weeks or so after I first got it, I was looking at demos. I said, this looks interesting, and I saw that it was pretty much my first visual novel. Actually, it was puzzle solving and the reading, and I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. I played the demo. I didn't think too much of it back then, but when I was looking for games to play a little while down the line, I played the first one in the series for the DS, Zero Escape 1, but the official name for it is 999, which 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, which is the first game in the series, so I'm just gonna call it Zero Escape 1. It's a visual novel and whatnot, and it's for the DS. Great game. Second one, great game. Third one, I'm hoping it's going to be everything I hope for and more. I can't even imagine. It's just, I'm really just psyched for it, if you can't tell. It's supposed to be released sometime in this year, spring or summer. The sooner the better. Definitely can't wait for this one, more so than any of the other ones probably. The story has me hooked. I can't wait to see how they finish it. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's amazing. And last but not least, there is Fire Emblem Fates, which is a little bit more of a tricky thing because it has 3 games. It has Fire Emblem Fates Revelations, Birthright, and Conquest. And they're all for the 3DS. Fire Emblem is one of my favorite Nintendo series. It's a tactical RPG. It's just, I don't know which one to get. I would like to have all 3 because it all is this overall same plot, but from different sides of the story or whatever. So if you were to get all 3 views and a full view of the actual story entirely, you have to play all 3 from what I've read. That's a little bit of a problem. I mean, I'm sure for some people they're not going to want to pay that much to buy every single game, of course. But there was like a special edition, but it got sold out, and I didn't hear about it till it was too late and whatnot. But that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. But I am looking forward to it. I gotta see about which one I get. Maybe 1, 2, or 3. I'm not sure, but definitely looking forward to for another Fire Emblem game, of course. And as far as games that come out this year, that is about it, I believe, as far as I can remember. Maybe a game or 2 might pop up near the end of the year because it's still the beginning, and I might be forgetting 1 or 2, of course, but I've rambled on enough. So thanks for watching and happy gaming.